Good morning, Lisa. How are you today?
I'm doing great today. A new day. Yay!
Yay!
Exciting.
And was yesterday great? Did you enjoy lending your helping hands to other people?
Yeah, actually I did help some people out yesterday. So, yeah, that's good. I like doing that because I like helping people. I like solving their problems. So, yeah, that's great. What about you?
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. I helped quite a few people. I helped someone put his computer together because he knocked on my door and said, "Would you help me?" I had no idea what I was doing, but I
You
did
did
what
it.
he asked me to do, so that's what's important. He got
Yeah,
what he wanted and he felt like somebody cared about him. So, yeah, so
awesome.
today is a new day. Are you ready for the new day?
Yes, I'm ready. So let's see what today's topic is. I'm going to pull up the book.
It's steps to better relationships.
Mm,
I'm
okay.
excited. All right, let's
Shall I
see.
begin?
Let me begin this time.
Okay, go for it.
6 steps to better relationships. An old fly fisherman once told me that he likes to think of trout fishing as a metaphor for life. When you wade out into the main stream, unless you have your feet firmly planted, you just drift with the current. It's true that we all need a grounding philosophy to keep us from drifting as the currents of life swirl around us. Having a well thought out code of ethics that you abide by is also a wonderfully efficient way to deal with others. You never have to stop and ask yourself, is what I'm doing legal? Is it moral? Is it ethical? If you've established a high set of standards that you will not allow yourself to go below, you won't have to waste time thinking about it. You will automatically know the answer. Hmm, sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I have a very simple code of ethics that I try to follow in my personal and professional life, and it is I will be honest in all of my dealings with others. I will not lie or attempt to deceive anyone. I will not participate in any business relationships that is not fair to everyone involved. And if I must deliver bad news, I will do it with tact and understanding of the other person's point of view. I will attempt to follow the golden rule in all of my dealings with others. And in case you don't know what that is, that's be unto others as others would be unto you. That's the golden rule. 6, I will attempt to always do more than is expected of me. I like that. Tell me a little more, Lisa, please.
I got the idea of writing down my code of ethics from ESPN hockey analyst Bill Clement. He framed his and hung it beside his desk. It's there for all the world to see, and it's there to remind him of what he's all about. If you haven't developed a set of standards for yourself, you're welcome to borrow from mine. After all, I shamelessly stole it, stole most of it from Bill Clement and some from Socrates, Plato, Confucius, Jesus, and Muhammad. I don't think any of them would mind if you adopted their philosophy. Once you have adopted your rigid set of standards, you will know how to conduct yourself in most any situation, and as a result, you can cultivate better relationships with those around you. At work, cultivating good relationships not only makes your job more enjoyable, but it can also make it more profitable. When morale is up, generally, so is productivity. To improve relationships with your workers, simply treat them how you would wish to be treated. For example, Samuel Wheeler, a middle manager with a multinational company, was traveling on business when he got an emergency message to call his office in New York. Mary Clark's mother had died in London, and the employee needed $1,000 cash advance to go abroad and make funeral arrangements. Wheeler knew it couldn't possibly be arranged in the 2 days before Mary had to leave, particularly if he wasn't there to steer the paperwork through the necessary bureaucratic channels, so he sent a sympathy note by Federal Express along with a personal check for $1,000.
What a nice man.
Yeah, wow.
Use the money to cover your expenses. Take whatever time you need, and we will work out the details when you return, he wrote. Later, when Wheeler learned that the company policy prohibited such cash advance, he simply made it a personal loan. Ours is a closely knit department, Wheeler said, and Mary is very popular in the group. Although I wouldn't ordinarily make a personal loan to an employee, I felt that in this situation, if I didn't do something moral, would have been seriously affected. I take that back. I'm going to reread that sentence. I felt that in this situation, if I didn't do something, morale would have been seriously affected. I did what I had to do. Family emergencies often blur the distinction that has traditionally existed between employees' personal and professional lives. Wheeler's method of handling Mary Clark's case may have been unorthodox, but as he said, he did what he felt he had to do. It is not uncommon for companies to step in and provide assistance to employees with personal problems. For example, when Jean Mahaney, a longtime writer with the Chicago-based Leo Burton Advertising Agency, died of a heart attack, a company representative went to Mahaney's house within a week to tell his widow that the agency would take care of all of her children's college expenses. Another employee was given 6 months off with pay to take care of her terminally ill husband. In addition to offering federal aid, Burnett also maintains a free employer assistance center located 2 blocks away from the office to ensure confidentiality. The center helps workers deal with depression, grief, divorce, legal problems, anything, says Evelyn Dearsley, Burton's manager, even if an employee just needs someone to talk to. People sometimes feel very angry about death, for example, and their feelings are very hard to sort out. They feel better talking to a stranger who can reassure them that their feelings are normal. The 3M company in St. Paul, Minnesota, has a formal survival benefit which provides up to $5,000 to a family of a deceased employer. William Doville, manager of survivor benefits, recalls one employee's widow who wanted to make sure that her husband's 3 favorite nephews could arrive at his funeral. She had no way of knowing if they could afford to pay the airfare, so she wanted to purchase their tickets. Donville says, that check was delivered on the day we heard of the death. This is powerful. Tell us more,
Yeah,
Lisa.
wow. All 3M employees are eligible for survivors' benefits regardless of their position in the company. The amount is determined solely by their length of service with the company. Deauville advises managers to leave such matters as arranging benefit payments and family counseling to the professionals, but he feels very strongly about managers being personally supportive. The biggest statement a manager can make is to show sincere concern by being there and assisting with anything he can. And, he adds, managers should go to funerals. We had one instance, he says, when a man had been on disability from 3M for 13 years before he passed away. His widow told me that she was deeply touched that in the funeral register was the name of a retired executive secretary who had seen her ex-employee's name in the obituary column. It means so much to the family when co-workers and other people from the company go to the funeral to pay their respects. Wheeler says, in any difficult situation, it's up to the manager to set an example, but you also have to take the lead when it's time to get back to business. Help employees deal with their grief when it's appropriate, then go back to work, and your employees will be better off if you get on with your lives. Above all, whether dealing with groups or individuals, never forget your personal code of ethics. It is your key to successful relationships and your overall success in life.
Action steps to take for today. Write down your personal code of ethics. And then in a group, make sure every member is clear on the group's agenda. That's very important. Limit groups to the absolute minimum needed to get the job done. Wow, this is going to be a wonderful day.
Indeed.
I
Yep.
learned a lot
So,
today from this
yeah.
reading.
So, yeah, code of ethics. So, yeah, I'm going to have to think about my personal code of ethics.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am going to
Okay.
take some of his, though. I do like some of his.
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah. Use what you want. Like, t if it's good, take it, for yourself. That's perfect.
Yeah, great. Why, thanks, Lisa.
Okay. Thank you. And I will see you again tomorrow, my friend.
Okay,
All
bye
right. Bye.
bye.